Hey guys, welcome to another video here, doing a deck tech, back to historic, to kind of revisit a new archetype that I wanted to look at since Kaladesh Remastered came on. It was a little bit delayed because of the Arena Cube, wanted to go and check that out for a little bit, but now we're back here, and yeah, I'm super excited for this list. This is red-black. I call it mid-range. I don't like calling it vehicles, even though we do have Heart of Kirin in here, because it doesn't. It's not as focused on it, even though we do run similar cards to the Mardu mid-range. So yeah, so this list is very similar to exactly what I ran when I was competing during the Kaladesh and kind of Amonkhet standard season, and yeah, I'm you know big fan of this list and I'm really excited, particularly to play with Chandra again. One of my favorite cards. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So we got Bomat Courier as a really solid one-drop here. Provides card advantage and is an artifact which is going to be relevant for one of our cards later. We got Shock. I don't remember if I ran Shock on the original list. I don't remember if we had something else, but or if I just didn't run. I think I might have ran some Shocks. I probably did. Soulscar Mage, which is really great because any of the effects that we have a few effects here that can deal non-combat damage, and that was really relevant for dealing with opposing Hazarets. Was a really big problem, for the mirror match, and Soulscar Mage was the way to get past it. We have the ever so powerful Scrap Heap Scrounger. Kind of went under the radar when it was spoiled, but really showed to be really effective with the vehicles in the format, because although it can't block, it can crew Heart of Kirin, which can block. And then, of course, it can come back from the graveyard for a very kind of unsubstantial cost of 1 and a black, and exiling a creature. So, yeah, really solid card. And can definitely put the beats on. And then, of course, we have our main staple vehicle, Heart of Kirin, 2 mana 4/4 flying, vigilance, crew 3, which is pretty expensive, but we have plenty of creatures in the deck that can do that, and you can also just remove a counter from a Planeswalker, so really good in decks with Planeswalkers. We only have one Planeswalker in Chandra here, but these two cards work very well together. New addition to the deck in Shadow Skull Smashing, which it functions as a land, but is really nice, because one of the problems with this deck, as you'll see, is that there's not a lot of card advantage, or even card draw just in general. It relies heavily on card quality, right? Just every single card in here is fantastic. And so one of the ways that this deck can fail is by flooding out, is if you just have, like Soulscar Mages and Scrap Heap Scroungers and just draw lands, whereas this can be that land, but then it can also kind of be a removal spell that can kind of buy you time and push you, or stall the game to the later turns where you can draw your powerful spells. Another new addition in Bone Crusher Giant, and this just had to be in here. This is just card's insane. We know this, again, just a solid card, and kind of going along the same lines. We got Goblin Chamberlain, which was a powerhouse for most of the time that it was in the standard. Everybody thought, it's triple black or triple red, it's not going to see play. But it turns out a 3 mana 3/3 first strike is a decent enough body and stats to just be good enough, and hosing any kind of go wide creature strategy, or even like Planeswalkers. There's a lot of Planeswalkers that if they down tick, or you can kind of snipe them. So like this can snipe a Narset, or kind of make a Narset, not be so great. Chandra, if she -2, goes down to 1 loyalty. So there are a lot of Planeswalkers that this can really snipe, which is, good. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's really impactful. We have our removal spell and kind of burn spell. Like this card just does so much. Unlicensed Disintegration, kind of a really solid player in all of the vehicle decks. Destroying a creature, dealing 3 damage. Great against opposing in the mirror matches. Just getting rid of a vehicle and dealing 3 damage. Yeah, and then just anytime you're ahead, this card just puts so much pressure on the opponent, destroying a blocker and dealing some damage. So, yeah, murder plus lightning bolt seems good. We have a single copy of Hazoret. This deck, can have some fast draws, and also sometimes has trouble crossing the finish line. So, the ability on it plus just being indestructible. Is great, and it can also, even if you don't have an empty hand, can crew Heart of Kiran, which is nice. So, yeah, I like Haz right here. Yeah, again, another 4-drop that's just really good card quality. Of course, Chandra. People were freaking out about this card when they saw that it had 4 abilities. Not as broken as Jace the Mind Sculptor, but definitely powerful and worth the include here. And then the best dragon, the best boy in Glorybringer. Of course, he had to be here. Again, just a solid card. Anytime you cast this card, it comes down and gets to attack. Such a big swing. Not really going to want to use this to crew ever, but a great card to have in the deck. And kind of speaking of cards that would come down and win you the game, Embercleave, our last new include in the deck. This deck can get up to 2 or 3 creatures attacking, and snapping this onto something like a Heart of Kiran or Glorybringer Hazoret. You snap this onto any of these creatures, and they are going to smack and smack hard with this card. I hate that I have to include it here, but we gotta. And I'm actually happy that there's only one, just because I hope I don't draw it that much. I don't have to be like, ah, man. Nothing really too, consequential in the lands. We have 1 Canyon Slew to cycle, 2 Ravenop Ruins, just for some extra burn damage, and a single Spire of Industry, which helps out with the mana. It kind of is the black-red land, and can play Bomat Courier on turn 1. Right, so you play Bomat Courier, and then you have Spire of Industry, or just like any of your vehicles or your colorless 2-drops here that can help us out. In the sideboard here, since we're going to be playing best of 3s, we have some Thoughtseizes, which, again, are new in Historic, but have seen that it's a pretty good card. Magma Spray for any graveyard decks, Red-Cat Melee for any red decks, Goblins, I guess. Got Grafdigger's Cajun Soul Guide, Lantern for, the obvious, Collected Company, Muxus, or Graveyard decks, and Soul Guide Lantern as well. A Braid for, we got tons of artifact decks, but most importantly, Godpharaoh's Gift is a big problem for this deck. Not really. Again, a lot of ways to get it off the board or prevent it from being a problem in the main deck, so a Braid to just kind of snap it off, get it out of here. And then Aethersphere Harvester is kind of a good catch-all. It's good against control. It's good against aggro. Yeah, it's just good. This card was originally put in this sideboards for aggro decks, because you just have it gain lifelink twice, and you gain 6 life, and hits him in the face, pretty fast. But then, we could just kind of realize, wait, this is also just like a fine vehicle to have against control decks, because it's just a very decent body that's kind of hard to remove, besides, like cast outs or things like that. Yeah, and that's the deck, so we're going to go ahead and get the games here. We're probably going to only play 1, match, depending on how long it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. As we do, if you like my content, want to see more deck techs, I have plenty on this channel, so if you do, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And let me know what you guys want to see out of more deck techs or more content on the channel. Perfect timing. There we go. Perfect. Alright. Well, I didn't mean to click it just yet, but I am going to keep this hand. Because I do like this. I'm going to go ahead and snap off the shock. Because this is probably mono blue tempo, or mono blue, So I have some things to do. I could do here. I think I'm just gonna play Spire of Industry and pass. I'll probably play probably look to play Bone Crusher. Okay, well we're snapping this off. The one downside of this is that we can't play Goblin Chainwhirler next turn, but I think I'm just gonna jam Bone Crusher here. They can counter this, but it's fine. Taking a little bit of damage here. Alright, Spectral Sailor's fine. That actually gets hit by Chainwhirler. Hopefully they don't have Curious Obsession. They have Curious Obsession, okay. Alright. Okay, that was nice, because we don't have to take damage anymore. I'm going to go ahead and snap off the attack here. And I think I just have to... I think I'm passing here, and using Unlicensed Disintegration. If they cast, like, something on the end step, I can Unlicense Disintegration, even though I don't deal damage. Really? That seems like a horrible idea. Because you take 2 damage, and then I have Bone Crusher back in my hand. Yeah, I'm not sure what led our opponent to make that decision. Alright, Spectral Sailor. I think I'm just Bone Crushering, or I'm playing this tapped and passing and using both of the Bone Crushers. Yeah, that makes more sense. They could just draw a card, I guess, with I think I'm okay letting this hit me for 1. The 1 damage isn't gonna really matter. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna try and stomp the Spectral Sailor? Because then if they use Siren Storm Tamer to counter. Yeah, that's fine. And then a Bone Crusher again. And they can counter this as well. Yeah, and then I can Chainwhirler. Yeah, then I can Chainwhirler, and then I can Heart of Kirin. Yeah, so we gotta just ruined their entire strategy here. And Chainwhirler here, we can try and cast Chandra or Hazard next turn depending on what they do. Okay, they didn't play anything, which makes me want Chandra. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just activate Heart of Kirin first. And remove the loyalty from Chandra, and then get in for 7. Alright, now I'm just gonna take up Chandra and do this. Right. Cool. Deal some damage. I don't know what I want to do with this yet. I think I'm actually just gonna pass. They could play, yeah, this Brazen Borrower, and then like next turn, like they could attack, or they could yeah. Let's see what our opponent does here. I guess it doesn't actually matter because I can play this and play a spell to make Hazaretta be able to attack. If they actually attack Chandra here, I'm just gonna not block because they have to either play something, yeah, or do something, and yeah. So I don't actually have to do anything there. All right, and then we draw, so we can play all these cards. I can actually just tick up to add mana. I don't even have to get rid of a card. Cast Hazaret. Yeah. Wow. Stomped him there. So I could put in Thought Seizes here. If I really want to, I could also put in Aether Sphere Harvesters. But I think my main board configuration is actually pretty good. It's like weird. I guess Magma Spray might be a card that's better than Unlicensed Disintegration, because I just have enough cards for it already. Like, I have enough removal for it already. Maybe like maybe I could also cut Bomat Couriers. That might be a thing. If I put in 2 of these and cut like 2 Bomat Couriers. Let's cut 3 and then an Unlicensed Disintegration, so we still have like a low curve. Yeah. Sideboarding with this deck can sometimes be weird, because like Bowman Courier is like a card that like you would imagine like, oh, you like they're countering your spells, you want, you know, cheap cards or the cards that provide card advantage, but here Thoughtseize and Mag Spray deal with their creatures, and we can kind of just jam card after card after card and not have to worry about it. Yeah, let's try this. There's a lot of different ways that you could try to attack this deck, or try to sideboard to attack Mono Blue Tempo. Alright, this hand is bad. This hand is better. Kind of. Do I want to keep this Hazaret or Glorybringer? Glorybringer's like better in the matchup, and Hazaret's cheaper. I think I'm actually going to get rid of the Hazaret. Right, there's Terramander. I think I'm just gonna snap off the shock again. Are they gonna do the same plays? No, they're not. Okay. Siren Storm Tamer, okay. So I don't want to do this just yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play Scrap Heap here. They can like censor. Do they run censor? I don't think they run. I guess they run Lofty Denial, but here they have a creature with flying, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so they don't have Curious Obsession. We know that for certain. We have no choice but to attack with this. And then I could cast Chandra here, but they probably have a counter spell. So yeah. Okay, so they still don't have Curious Obsession. I think I'm actually gonna Bone Crusher here and stomp this. They're gonna counter it. And I'm gonna jam Glorybringer? Maybe? Yeah, that sounds about right. But we have the Scrap Heap Scrounger beating him down. And we have another Glorybringer in hand? Oh yeah, seems good to me. Alright. Blood Crypt. Yeah, let's just jam Glorybringer. One more time. Wow. Do I even want to... Oh, they have a Brace Bar. Okay. It's actually fine. Right? I'm actually very fine with that. Like, because we're already, like... Seems so ahead. Counter target spell or ability. Yeah, let's just Glorybringer again. So how do we do this? So we attack here, and we exert, and then use the Siren Storm Tamer. One of the Siren Storm Tamers to counter it. And then Glorybringer still can't attack. So I think I just don't exert and just attack, right? We save that for next turn. Yeah, because like he's got a block anyways. Yeah, this way we get to attack with Glorybringer next turn. And this is the problem with Mono Blue is once they get into a tempo, like a tempo situation, or not a tempo, racing situation, they don't really have a lot of ways to make it work. Right, so here we can actually... Ooh. Chain Whirler here? Chain Whirler best... Oh my goodness, this is lethal! What? That was insane! Chain Whirler. Such a good... Remember what I said. When it's good, it's good. Alright. Well, we could actually do another, because that was what? 10 minutes? Maybe? Not even? I don't know. Wow. Yeah, so you see there, Mono Blue got into like a racing scenario with this gigantic creature that they didn't really have a lot of ways to deal with. And again, that's why I was okay siding out the Bowman Couriers, because the Bowman Couriers didn't do a very good job. Thoughtseize probably wouldn't have done much better, but Thoughtseize would have done much better on turn 1 to give us some information. Alright, we win the die roll here. Right, I will keep this hand. This is kind of a Bowman Courier hand, because we have early plays and... Hello. And removal to back it up. So like next turn we can play Dragon Soul Summit and Shock. Or we can play more Bowman Couriers. Oops. I mean, this isn't that actually good. Like, it might be good, it might be bad. Oh, well, it's gonna be good. Let's shock. And let's play this tapped. Oh boy. Alright. So I don't know anything about their deck, is the problem. You just ship it back. Like, I don't think a Braid is something that I need. I guess Magma Spray looked like it killed something there, but... Run it back. Deck's great. Perfect. Alright, so this doesn't have a lot of interaction, but it's got Scrap Heaps and Heart of Kirin. Okay. I guess it would have been nice to board in Thoughtseize here to maybe have a turn 1 play, but yeah, I guess not. Okay, there's a Worthy Knight. Let's do a Heart of Karen. This is fine, because, we can just continue to ping off the knights. That's fine. Okay, I guess let's just do Scrap Heap here. Crew and attack for 4. Like, you could have Fatal Push or something, but it's, like, fine. Yeah, I don't know why you didn't do that before I attacked, but you got it. What you got? Even, okay. It's kind of annoying, actually, because, yeah, I guess this doesn't do much now. I guess I could just play this and pass. Foulmire Knight, okay. Well, that kind of makes my life easier, because then I just get to Chain Whirler. Do I need a Chain Whirler here? I can actually Chandra and Tick Up and Chain Whirler. That gets rid of these, and then I have 2 blockers for these, like these dudes. Let's make 2 red. Chain Whirler. Yeah, anytime you can use the mana off of Chandra, it's like pretty good. And this is nice because it will mean... Alright, that's annoying. But yeah, use Castle here. Let's actually play that first, because we can't play lands off this. I'll just Tick Up. Get a card. Okay. Take damage. Just play these. Yeah, so this is bad because Scrap Heap Scrounger is pretty bad here because this has protection from even converted mana costs. We're done here. Yeah, it's annoying. It's another knight. Alright, Ramen Up Ruins is a card that deals our opponent damage. I'm not sure how I would sideboard here. You got some cards there. I would ask before you attack that you look at Goblin Chain Whirler opponent. Okay, there you go. You figured it out. Well, that's not cash money. Guess I'm passing here. We're not dead, right? How much damage is this? Well, I want to do this, and this, and then let's calculate. This is 8, 9, 12. So I guess I have to block this. And I take 14, 15. Interesting. Goblin Chain Roller off the top? Wins me the game? Does not win me the game. Okay. Maybe it still does. Goblin Chain Roller off the top would still win me the game. Okay, cool. Unfortunate there. Okay, so let's then get a Braid in here, probably. Or Aether Sphere. Aether Sphere Harvester is a must now. Otherwise, I have no idea. Because, like, Shock is fine. Magma Spray, I don't think I want. Yeah, I think I just want Aether Sphere and getting rid of Bomat. Or getting rid of Scrap Heap Scrounger? Maybe a Scrap Heap Scrounger. No, let's get rid of Bomat. Our deck's fine. Like, our deck's fine, is we didn't draw the stuff we needed there. Yeah, there's really nothing that I feel like doing here. They're just a straightforward deck. They're just a straightforward tribal deck. We just didn't have removal for the protection. We couldn't attack through it. Alright. Not good. This is somewhat better. I guess I put back Scattershell Smashing because I just need Unlicensed Disintegration. I need black mana for Unlicensed Disintegration anyways, so yeah. Alright, let's do this. So yeah, this is a little unfortunate because we're missing black mana. I'm gonna do this now just because even though they might have removal, I gotta do things. Yeah, okay. These take 4 anyways. Alright, I hope to draw a black source into more spells. That would be the best. Hexproof white, okay, that's fine. Alright, I'll shock that. That is not a black source. Come on! I guess I just shocked this. This feels so bad. Because I don't want to attack into it and then just have them trade. They could have a removal spell here. Yeah, alright, I'm fine with them trading here. Theoretically, I have better card quality. Like, if I tapped a Glorybringer here... Yeah, if I tapped that Glorybringer here, this would be great. It's a human. Let's think of Dire Tactics this. Okay. So this can deal with this and this, or with the Murderous Rider. I think I'm just gonna deal with... the Worthy Knight and this. And as you can see, this is where Scatter Soul Smashing comes into play when we're flooding. So we're not gonna like be able to race them down. They're gonna be able to gain some life, but if we top deck Glorybringer anytime soon, or something that's a, and if I don't just top deck red sources over and over and over. This is literally the only thing in our deck that I don't want to draw right now. I would take black sources and I would take non-lands. There's so many of those. Uh-huh. I cannot believe we're losing to this. Alright, well there's a black source. Finally. Not much I can do. So I could get back Scrap Heap and do I guess I should do this. So we can Scrap Heap and yeah. Alright, you know, this hand is fairly decent. I'm okay with this. Depends what our opponent does next turn, but we might just jam Heart of Kieran here. Is this goblins? More goblins? I don't really want to play against goblins. Please no goblins. Oh look, it's goblins. Alright, well, at least next turn we have Scrap Heap plus keeping up Stomp. Alright, they have Herald's Horn, interesting. It's actually fine. I might actually just... Actually, since I have so many Bone Crushers, I'll probably just stomp them if they don't play anything. Oh, please play your Skirk Prospector so I can stomp it. I forgot there's also discount stuff. Jeez. Yep, and there's Muxus. There he is. Yeah, let's just stomp you, I guess. Ooh. Could Glorybringer here. What happens if we Glorybringer? If we Glorybringer and then they don't kill us? Yeah, we can exert, attack here, murder the Krenko, and then if they don't hit off of, yeah, if they actually don't hit off of, Krenko very well, then we can unlicensed, stomp them and Heart of Kieran them. So yeah, there's a chance here that we can just win. Even if they play Krenko. I guess they have Skirk Prospectors. If they hit off Muxus, they can Skirk, and then, yep. And you have Skirk. And then, what are you doing? Wait, what? Are you not playing Muxus? I guess you're just sack the Matron to play Muxus. Oh, alright, let's see what you got. Cool, you're dead. You should be dead. Right? This doesn't kill me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shouldn't kill me. I should be alive. Yeah. Wow, 4 life. Oh, I guess he has more stuff, but it doesn't matter because we have oh, I guess if he doesn't sack the... No, we have Bone Crusher. Okay, we have Stomp to do things. He's gonna do some things. That's okay. None of this matters because he's already attacked. We're gonna stomp him. Okay. We're gonna put Graph Digger's Cage in. Red Cat Melee. Anything else? Do you want a Harvester? I don't think so. I don't think I want a Harvester. I think I want to board out the Bowmats and a Scrap Heap. Maybe. Maybe Hazoret. Does Hazoret come in here? I guess Hazoret is an indestructible blocker. So yeah. Let's take out another Scrap Heap. And just put in that Red Cat Melee. Yeah, I don't think Thoughtseize is where I want to be. And here, Harvester is probably pretty lackluster. Alright, this hand isn't great, but I think it can win. I think it needs to draw land, actually. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand's gonna have to work. I guess I bought him Chandra, because these are my lands. This is rough. This is really rough. Alright, we drew another mountain, so I'm actually just gonna shock this. Then I'm gonna play these. That's fine. Well, now I feel sad for keeping these Scatter Souls because of drew lands, but I guess it's fine. Alright, let's play that. Play Scrap Heap. He could have a Braid or something, but yeah. Next turn, if he doesn't play Muxus, we could Scatter Shoal this plus another creature maybe, or if he plays like a Lord and Scatter Soul smashing that. But otherwise, this is not looking great for us. Okay. I guess it is looking great for us. So I have Chain Brother. What does our opponent have? I guess our opponent probably has land Muxus. Which is really unfortunate, because we don't have a good answer next turn, besides Scatter Shoal smashing. And I don't think that's going to do it. Yep, here's Muxus. It's gotta be, right? Otherwise, why would they keep this hand? Yeah, like they wouldn't keep this hand if they didn't have Muxus. Yep, there we go. Alright, we're dead, right? Yeah, this has haste. Yeah. Imagine being dead on turn 4. Yeah, we're already dead, right? This is way more than enough. They could keep going. Alright, they could like sack the tokens from Muxus. I should probably concede here, but I'll wait. And yeah, they won't mess up, but I guess they might mess up if they play like Muxus or something. Nah, that has haste anyway, so it doesn't matter which one they keep. I was like thinking if they keep the wrong Muxus. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Wow, they hit another Krenko. Cool. Alright. Just casual, what, 40 damage? Way more. Cool. Alright. We have nothing to combat this. Like, Thoughtseize isn't gonna do anything. Yeah, we just need to draw our Grafter's Cages to not lose to Muxus. That's the only way. It's the only way we do anything against Muxus. This isn't good enough. Alright, this is fine. Get rid of Scatter Soul Smashing. And this can actually be good because we can play aggressively here. We can stomp whatever they do on turn, or we can just stomp turn 1. Well, now I've changed my mind. It's like now things might be different because I have a kind of a good aggressive turn of events. Yep, that's fine. So I can stomp this. I can actually Ember Cleave soon if I want. And we have Soulscar Mage plus Goblin Chain Whirler. They play Goblin Matron here, then we're kind of happy with that, right? Even though they get Muxus or they get whatever they need, we can just set up with Bone Crusher. I think I'm just attacking. I don't know why they didn't play. If they didn't play anything, I don't know why they wouldn't play the Goblin Matron. Doesn't really make sense to me. I'll just jam Bone Crusher. They have something. They have the, oh, that's actually fine. Yeah, I think I'm just, Chamberlaining here. And they probably have Muxus, but there's not much I can do about that. Now, if I draw a land, or if they don't kill any of my creatures, I can Ember Cleave, and maybe they make a mistake off of that. Oh, they don't actually have enough. Cool. This is a win, right? Just triple attack and then Ember Cleave. Seems good to me. Whew! We actually beat goblins. Wow. All right. Perfect. Oh, and we got our rewards for the day. Nice. All right. So that's gonna do it for this deck tag here. We got red black midrange, and yeah, I think this is a really sweet deck. If you want to look back on you know, some Kaladesh cards, uh, you know, and you know, some great additions. Bone Crusher Giant, Scotch Skull Smashing, and Embercleave all making great additions here. Um, yeah, I love playing this list. Super creative. So many intertwining pieces, like we saw the interaction between Soulscar Mage and Goblin Chainwhirler. We saw um, Bomac Courier doing its thing, Scrapheap Scrounger and Heart of Kirin kind of interacting well. Even Glorybringer and Chandra just being great cards. Um, and then of course, like we never really saw Unlicensed Disintegration be insane. I don't even remember casting it. I don't think we ever cast it. Maybe not. But yeah, um, absolutely love the intricacies of the deck. Mainly just like, you know, like people often look over Soulscar Mage, but here with Chainwhirler, it just really shines. So I just loved that. Um, yeah, this is super fun. I'll probably play more with this deck, just kind of on my own time, just because I just really enjoy it. It's good to look back. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. Again, if you enjoy this content, want to see more deck techs, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.